Alright, so in our last video we created our nameplate up at the top, which is looking pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we want to get the text into our newsletter. What we're going to do is we're first going to go ahead and add a blank line, and we want to go ahead and separate the top portion, the nameplate, from the rest of it by creating a section break. Now this will be a little bit different. We'll go to Layout and we'll go to Breaks, but this time we're going to use a continuous section break. This way we stay on the same page. So now that we've got our break in here, we're going to go ahead and insert text from a file. This is a little bit different. This way you don't have to do all the typing. Go to Insert. Over on the right-hand side, you're going to go to your Object button, but click the little drop-down arrow and choose Text from File. Now, you'll probably have to download this file from Classroom to get the file first, but once you've got the file where you need it, then you'll just go search for it. Yours will be in your Downloads folder. Mine happens to be on my desktop. Find the file, go ahead and double-click on it, and it's going to insert the file in. Now, in the case of this file, we have a page break kind of sitting in here that we need to get rid of. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that and the paragraph mark after the page break. Now, on most of these, what you're going to have is you're going to have a setup where you have all your text sitting in the normal style. And we're going to modify this to get it ready for our newsletter. So the first thing I'm going to do, let me go back to my Home tab for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and select this text. After I've selected it, I'm going to change it to 12 point Times New Roman. Okay. It has a first line indent on it, and that's okay. We can leave that as it is. The other thing, though, that we want to do is we want to justify it, because that's how newspaper text is normally done. So you can either press Control-J or just click on your Justify button. You won't notice much of a difference right here, but that's okay. So now that we've made our changes, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to right-click on our normal style and update that style to match. This is going to change the rest of our document. So that's going to get applied now to all of it. Now, in our document, we have some side headings in here, and these side headings we're going to format using the Heading To style. So I'm just going to click on the Heading To style and apply it to those. So we'll just scroll on down here. Go ahead and go to each one of your headings. I'm going to use my F4 key to just repeat that formatting over again, so I don't have to keep going up. And just make sure that you get all of the side headings formatted correctly. I think that's the last one. So now we want our side headings to kind of match the design that we use for our nameplate. So I'm going to select the side heading. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color so that my color is in the same family as my nameplate. So mine is going to be a real dark orange here. I'm also going to make it bold. And then I need to get rid of this first line indent. So you go to your ruler. Here's this hourglass shape that's kind of been pulled apart. I'm going to grab the top of it and drag it back over so it's right on top of the bottom portion. So this is how we want our side headings to be formatted. So at this point, all I got to do is go over here and right-click on my Heading To and update the heading to match our selection. And now all the rest of our headings will be formatted correctly. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and now set this up for columns. And it's simple. You just go to Layout, go to Columns, choose 3 columns, or depending on what I tell you in the directions, you'll choose a different number of columns. And now you have your text all set up the way that we want it to be.